What's up, everybody, and welcome to my TNA Impact Wrestling review this week. And kicking off the show, Dixie Carter came out to announce the newest inductee into the TNA Hall of Fame. That is Jeff Jarrett. They played a video package for Jeff Jarrett, and they will give him his spot next week. Also tonight, pretty much the announcer said they would play the King of the Mountain match over, the entire King of the Mountain match. And they talked about a lot of matches that Bully Ray was making since he is the new GM right now. As when they were talking, they went back to the arena where Bram and Magnus were fighting each other in a street fight. Bram pretty much beat Magnus with a nut shot into a roll-up. As Jane Storm came out and started kicking Magnus. Says, "You're gonna see my partner tonight that you and Mickey James will watch and lose pretty much then." Pretty much then Eli Drake came out there and carrying the crutch, talking about Drew Galloway and everything. Talking about how, how could he turn on his friend and everything, stuff in the circumstance. Yeah, you brought me in and everything, but all just came about you and the rising and yada yada yada. And pretty much he was a jerk and everything, but he's not sick. He's often talking about people like you all who use your friends and stuff to get to where you want, aren't even really sick. And that he told that Galloway would never be the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, and he isn't good enough for it, he says. Pretty much he needs to know that fact of life. Pretty much Galloway came out then saying that you had killer instinct and stuff. But he wanted Eli Drake to be a big star and everything, but he wasn't. And he told him he's been wrestling since he's 16 years old. He just turned 30 only about a month ago. You think I'm old, but how about I come kick your ass and everything? And he says, I think the fans want it. I'm going to come kick your ass. As pretty much Drew Galloway came in and started kicking his ass pretty much and stuff. Pretty much they brawled and everything. And Drake tried to use the crutch, but Galloway got the best of him. Almost hit the Future Shot DDT, but Drake got out of the ring, says you're a dead man, which is a really good talker. So this whole Eli Drake versus Drew McIntyre I think will be good. And see if Micah gets involved. They about to do a Pitmasters segment until Terran Sorrell came out arguing, blaming everybody for her loss of the TNA Knockouts Championship and everything, and had a 6-side cage. I want my title now. I want my title now. Is pretty much Brooke came out and mocked her. Nobody wants to see you cry and that you're a joke. And he said, if you want this title, come and get it. Everything went black, and pretty much Gail Kim's theme music hit as she beat up the dollhouse inside the ring. Brooke tried to chase Terran Sorrell. Pretty much Gail Kim took him out. So for whatever this new Gail Kim thing is going on with her wearing all black now, we'll have to see where this goes and see if she will get a title shot since the title is now off of Terran Sorrell. They played the entire King of the Mountain match from Slammiversary, so I'm not going to get into that. Some say it's a lot of suing going on around here. You got ROH going against Global Force. You got TNA going against Lucha. I guess now they took out all the segments with Hernandez being in the Beatdown Clan. I guess that really explains MVP's departure from the company because of how Lucha Underground wanted to come at TNA about Hernandez because of his contract and everything, which is both, to be honest, it's both bad on all sides. Number one, Hernandez, I guess it's kind of bad for him because why did you put yourself as a free agent and everything, or free agent, and you knew you still worked for Lucha Underground. TNA kind of takes this as a loss also because you kind of, because Lucha Underground tried to come and cheat guys and what. Well, I guess not. Well, they take the loss for not even knowing about this. But to be honest, both TNA and Lucha take a kind of an L for this because they should have the legal teams work this out for Hernandez to be on TNA again because Lucha Underground was pissed at that. So he's not on TNA anymore and they took him out of his contract. And I guess since there weren't a lot of BEC members anymore, unfortunately MVP left the company. And I'm very pissed at that MVP left. And I don't know what's going to happen with MVP because the Global Force, I don't know what the plan for him is, but it was a lot of legal issues with TNA and Lucha Underground and ROH and Global Force. They're kind of getting mad at each other too over trademarks about putting their wrestlers on Global Force, so they're mad about that. So yeah, unfortunately, this has gone bad, and pretty much they played the entire Kingdom Mountain match and stuff. So it's like whatever. They talked to Tigre Uno about the recent comments Donald Trump has made about Mexicans. They talked about Mexicans, we're just passionate and everything, that we come to America and we're hard workers. He says plumbers, carpenters, artists, landlords and stuff. And he invited Donald Trump to be on TNA next week, which we know he won't be on there if they make up something, so I don't really care about that. James Storm and Revolution came out. Talk about you people need discipline, guidance, leadership, he says. He spoke about Mickey James for an opportunity, and he told all the fans, hold the index finger in the air, and let me introduce to you Serena, which I didn't know who it was for a second until I found out it was Serena. Used to be in the straight edge society with CM Punk, with actually hair on her head this time, a lot of hair. So she told Mickey James, we were friends for over 10 years. Says you left me, you broke my heart, so you could become Mickey James. And now she was lost until she met James Storm, and he's a real man and everything, and that she joined the revolution and stuff. The Storm comes looked at the camera and talked about Mickey James' kid Donovan, that when you're old enough, he says, your parents make the worst mistake. So I don't think nobody really didn't even know who it was, to be honest. I almost didn't know it was like, who's Serena? And I was, oh, the girl that was in the Straight Society almost, I don't know how many, like what, 2010? So it's been a long time since she was even on the show. Eric Galloway against Rockstar Spud in a chain match. EY won. Pretty much pile driving Rockstar Spud. Matt Hardy went against Bobby Roode for a number one contenders match, a tables match for the TNA World Championship. Well, number one contender. Pretty much Matt Hardy won, lifting Bobby Roode over the ropes, having him crash into the tables, become the number one contender. So Matt Hardy will get a title shot. And pretty much just preview the next show, I guess, showing Jeff Jarrett accepting his Hall of Fame induction. Magnus and Mickey James versus Serena and James Storm. And one more match thing. And Jeff Hardy will be making his return next week. So the charismatic Enigma will be making his return after breaking his leg. So Jeff being gone for a while, it's kind of good to see him back. Surprised there's no Bully Ray tonight after we saw him last week taking his new authority figure. And even the world champion wasn't even on the show tonight. There wasn't a lot for everything, and I guess the only reason why they said they played the King of the Mountain match, because they said they had to take out all the Hernandez segments and stuff. So I don't know, but maybe we'll see more Bully Ray next week since he is the new authority figure, and Jeff Hardy will be returning next week. So, and Bound for Glory will be happening this year, October 4th on pay-per-view. I think it's in North Carolina or something. Hopefully they can not mess it up this year like they did last year in Japan. I thought it was a cool concept that they had in Tokyo and Japan and stuff, and Team 3 being inducted. Here's the problem was last year. You announced all the matches at the last minute. Mostly it was a whole bunch of Japanese guys versus TNA or Wrestle 1 promotion. Pretty much the main event was the Great Muta and Tajiri versus James Storm and the Great Sonata, and there was a lot of problems with that whole show in a way. Number one, there was no world title match, so they need to make sure there's a world title match. Number two, let's get some build up this time going in October. Hell, bring the Bound for Glory series back. That was a good tournament to see who will become the number one contender for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. So I wish they bring the series back, to build up some matches wherever they're going to be at North Carolina. So hopefully they can do good this year on pay-per-view, because I saw the pay-per-view last year, but it was good matches, but you gotta really be a big Japanese fan to know about that, Japanese wrestling fan. It's good that they had Mike Tenay on commentary to inform everybody of who everybody was. I knew some people on there, like Kaz Hayashi and Sakamoto on there and stuff, and Great Mood and everything. Some guys I didn't know who was going against too. I'm seeing EC3 going against Japanese Rikishi in the ring. Remember that Havoc versus Velvet Sky for the Knockouts Championship. Team 3D versus Abyss and Tommy Dreamer. Oh yes, the X Division titles on the line. Samoa Joe versus Loki versus, like I said, Kaz Hayashi. So it was some good. They really had good matches last year. It's just they were all announced at the last minute. That was my problem with this show. They were all announced at the last minute. You didn't say. I thought they should have said Full Metal Mayhem with the Hardys, Team 3D, and the rules for that. And they should have, like I said, Bobby Lashley was the world champion. He should have had a match. So I thought there was a lot of problems with the pay-per-view last year. Hopefully they can re-up on that and make it good this year. I thought Tokyo Japan was a good idea. It wasn't the worst thing, but there was just so many problems and so many things happening. I'm not saying the matches were bad. There's just a lot of things that didn't make sense from announcing matches and title matches and stuff. Hopefully they can not screw that up this year and actually put on a good Bound for Glory show. I'm also very surprised that they did not wait till October to put Jarrett into the Hall of Fame. Some people want to say, oh, because TNA is going out of business. Well, why is Bound for Glory tab in October? And people said it was going to be done in September. And I don't know where this whole Destination America thing is. Right now, wrestling's not getting any ratings that people say it is. Like, TNA and ROH's ratings are just, I don't even know how good. They said WWE last week had the worst ratings since 1995. So I don't know what to say on everything right now. But TNA was TNA. Hopefully it's really good next week when Jeff Hardy returns. And maybe we'll finally get this whole Global Force versus TNA invasion going also. So I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace.